And many who witnessed the dramatic events that trailed the 1993 elections can recount the chaos that ensued months after. But the late Bashir Tofa remains significant to the nation's democratic history. Now, joining me now to discuss this further is journalist and political affairs analyst Charles Idaho. Thank you for joining me on the news. Now, the events that trailed the 1993 elections remain significant to Nigeria's struggle for democracy. Now, in what ways will you describe the late Tofa's role in the nation's race for sustained democracy?
Well, I think what we are enjoying today, that democracy that we can say we boast of enjoying today, actually was midwife in 1993. In that context, that very, very fair and it's been considered the fairest in the history of Nigeria. I was just finishing a unit at that time when I did deployment in Unilag, so I participated fully, and I also queued up when we had to follow option A4, when people had to queue behind their choice candidates. And we had just two parties at that time because it was the military government of Babangida at that time that decreed these two parties into existence. So you had no option beside these two parties. You were either for SDP or you were for NRC. And Tofa and his running mate, Sylvester Ugo, who is of Igbo extraction, they were the flag bearers of NRC. So I would see Tofa as a part of the history of that's democratic history we are enjoying today. But having said that, it's not been in the news over the years since that June 12 election and all that. It filters into the news and then goes out and all that. Unlike if Abiola had been alive, I'm sure that Abiola would have been in the news almost on a daily basis. Apart from once in a while that you hear his voice and all that, but it wasn't. It doesn't seem as if somebody who who climbed to that level of political history in Nigeria, you expected that he should have been one elder statesman that everybody would be running to as a kingmaker, but he actually wasn't a kingmaker in the manner of speaking.
I'm afraid I'll have to cut you here. Charles, now, before I let you go briefly, the late Tofa is well known to have contested against the Social Democratic Party flag bearer, MKO Abiola, in the annulled June 12 presidential elections. Now, what lessons must be learned from the events of the elections?
Oh, well, the lesson I think one basic lesson we have to learn is that first, when you give people an enduring system, I'm sure they will all fight behind that system. In 1993, we had what they call option A4, which was, of course, very, very transparent. So if we are to learn anything, it has to be that transparency of electoral process. If we're able to bring that back, then so that you know exactly whoever wins at the end of the day will be the popular choice of the people, not when the ballot is being stolen or you go to the collation center, they start writing figures. Right there at the polling unit, you will know the winner. And then from there, you to the collation center, all of that. But so what I'm saying is that the lesson I think we should learn from that is that once you give a people a very transparent system, I'm sure everything will be okay, democratically speaking.
Well, journalist and political affairs analyst Charles Idaho, many thanks for joining us on the news.